You have a lot of time on VP though, so you can think about this. Who else is good against Kunkka? Monkey King is pretty good here. Bad against Batrider though.
Is that your main concern, your mid lane matchup versus the PL late game instead? Like what?
You need to round up your lineup in a way so that you feel like you can get out of lanes and also counter PL. Because getting out of lanes, in my opinion, is not good enough. The PL will win this game if you don't sort it out. And that means you need a hero that can lane against your expected laning opponents, can scale and beat PL. And it's just hard to find a hero that can lane against Bat and Kunkka. And they feel really safe here, Flight of Moon, I think, because whatever goes mid, they can just place the one they want there. They don't need Kunkka to be mid here. He can side lane against these heroes. I'm pretty sure about that. If they put Kunkka with Jakiro, he can lane against even something like Weaver Tusk. It's all about having Jakiro against Tusk, and then I think their side lanes will be fine. So
Dragon Knight, he could in theory buy Mjolnir. He's not the greatest
decent.
But mid lane.
He hates Bat though. That's terrible matchup in mid. What can they even get?
Tough one. Tell that they're struggling with this as well. A Leshrac, wow-wee. So that is good against PL illusions.
Yeah, it's a PL.
No one has
PL
played this hero quite a bit.
It can lane against Kunkka. I think it's a good middle way. I think they had to get a little bit creative there.
He has a Necro book lined up right now.
Interesting. I would say you probably take an aura approach most of the time.
I see the blast off already used on Jakiro in the top lane. But only on one hero, Resolution. Takes a dual breath. Well, I think the better exchange in terms of damage is definitely on Flight of Moon, at least at the current state.
Yep.
So as this lane, I mean, this lane as a whole, what do you think of the dynamics?
I think the Dire should just be farming here. Techies can blast off and be annoying, but as long as Jakiro gets dual breath plus liquid fire on the Tusk, they're not gonna kill. And PL will be super safe. He will be able to doppelganger the Techie silence, and he will just farm by having better base damage than the enemy team and a Quelling Blade. So I kind of just expect PL's just coming out of this lane ahead of the Tusk. I don't see any threat here unless they mess up. This is
some kill potential. Blast off onto two heroes. He's gonna take a little tower from the, or a little damage from the tower. As first blood will actually be in the mid lane. No one. We didn't really talk about this. Playing the Leshrac.
Talk about pre-game.
What's that?
We did mention it pre-game, the Leshrac's ability to deal with getting tower dove, right, with Edict, and that's exactly what happened. Bat went too deep. He had 6 stacks on no one in the end there and thought he could kill him, but no one with the Edict got the job done. And that's big. Like, I really think VP need Leshrac to have a good start. He has a lot to do in this game.
Did no one have the Sunken Relic applied last game? I don't notice it.
I think he did.
Games, though.
He was TA. I think
how much the org purchased that one for. Thoughts? $1,000?
Might have been a gift.
Quite the gift. Zyak, top lane. Trying to help Resolution out as much as he can. Blastoff is available. Still level 1 stage. Alright, we've talked about every lane except for the bottom. So, Dolo's Enchantress and ILTW's Weaver, Kunkka Iceberg, and Aloha Dance Rubik. Some aggression here. The deny top, another blast off looks like.
I think theoretically this is VP's strongest lane on paper against their position. Eng gets a good creep, she goes and bullies away the Rubik, and then it's Kunkka and Weaver fighting it out, and Eng can obviously switch around. It's gonna get either a mana burn or a shockwave here. Both are really good in this lane. Gonna take the shockwave.
Yeah,
he might even kill here.
Getting very low. Fade Bolt to come out, mitigates some damage. And look at the early CS V-Tune with 17 and 7 versus the 14 and 5. So Flight of Moon with a very slight advantage in that department, but really the mid lane is the story.
Consider the they might get a kill top here. Nicely done. Shards into blast off. V-Tune trying to fight back, not successful. All right.
taking
Maybe this
quite a
VP
bit of
lane can.
damage.
He's gonna be fine. They
Surprised
needed
didn't
that
die.
too. Like V2 is owning this lane. He's 17-7 against 7-1.
Oh, the courier might get sniped. It's going to require 3 right clicks from Zyak, though. He'll get it. V2 finally getting some support with Always Want to Fly TPing in. Zyak will have blast off in about 6 seconds, but the salve has already been applied. Yeah. General just going at it again, going for this rune. Looks like General did take the arcane, though. He has 2 bottles inventory. Love to see that someday.
Dire structures are fortified.
Resolution taking more damage top, so there is kill potential in the top lane, and we saw it. Do you think that mid lane? I have to look at this first. Flame break. Oh my God! So much damage being applied by General.
Oh,
That
top
is a
lane V2.
Very easy kill. Top lane Zyak on the run. The
They're
dual
gonna get
breath
them
should
both.
ensure that he will die. So 3 kills across the board, across the map for Flight of Moon. Really well done. So now they will attempt to go for bounties. 5-minute mark approaches, or commences. And PL looks like he ends up dying actually in the top lane.
Didn't he? He suicided, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
He just died to the wave to get a free refill before the enemy team showed up. So that's fair enough. They got a double kill before that.
Blast off is available. The ice shards will keep him in place, and the silence actually stops the cast
Fairy fire.
for Jakiro into the roll.
Yeah.
Rezo does not
This
get
is a
killed.
cool pairing because you can shard block off and guarantee that the mine goes off, right? Like, even if Jakiro, even playing that perfectly, you're gonna take lethal damage. But if PL is there, there's probably going to be some sort of a trade, but he had to TP in first, and Jakiro was a little bit damaged beforehand. I think Always Want to Fly would love to get a raindrop right now. It's probably the difference between life and death in a lot of situations in this lane, but he can't afford it. He bought a stick. Blast off.
Again with the ice shard,
V2 is strong.
setting it up.
Not that strong.
Did get quite low. Any further dual breath onto Zyak though. Spirit Lance is available, still only level 1 of course.
This top lane
moment
is
we
not
move
looking
away,
good for
techies.
VP.
Resolution now on the run. There is a mine. You're gonna take it out very easily. Snowball does connect, and there is TP support from Solo, and no one has come to play as well. Looks like they have their sights set on V-Tune though. Ice Shards actually pushes him forward. He's gonna attempt to TP out.
No way.
And
Oh,
he will be
goodness.
successful.
Oh,
That is
that
a
one hurts for
heavy
VP, man. They rotated so much for that, and they got nothing. And
We'll get a couple more creeps as a result. Top lane, again, more action. Rezo, very low, trying to find cover in the mines. It's one mine, really.
it's an observer ward.
Oh my god, you're right. Easily be able to take this tower if uncontested, but they continue to TP in. Bot lane, we're going to see extra damage onto Iceberg now. This is turned into a 2v1. Torrent looks like it will not connect as Jakiro takes a spill in the top lane.
Radiant's bottom
Action
tower
all
is
over the
under
place.
attack.
Both Batrider and the Jakiro die. Iceberg is going to be dove by LTW. And this should be a cool. Wait. Oh, he's actually completely diving. Very
Oh my
deep. The
God.
torrent will connect, and the time lapse keeps him safe. But
It's like, it's super high risk and no kill. So I would have loved to see that though. That would have been awesome. Anyway, bounty rune and outpost time. Zyas hiding in the trees. They didn't
Yes,
find.
they-
Oh, they're pinging.
oh,
Yeah, he could soul ring.
Yes.
It's too late.
he has
He has to solve. Prioritizing that over travels, I think, is a good idea.
Swarm onto Iceberg. He does have a TP available. He's going to get blast off. The boat comes in, will connect onto the techies. The mine explodes. We have some rotation now from both respective teams. Looks like the techies is going to be the first to fall. The boat buff doing so much work, and Solo looks to be the second. So Fly to Moon, a great turnaround, which looked like a pretty easy kill onto Kunkka, but
That was actually insane spellcasting from Iceberg. He possibly,
like, how's his mana capacity? Because it's 150 to cast this.
gives 3 mana regen, the item itself.
Telekinesis with General TPing into the lasso, and this is going to be an easy kill into Rezo.
What do you think? So my classic quiz question is coming up right now. 1k lead for Fly the Moon. What do you think the win expectancy is from Dota Plus in this game?
Against this lineup, 65%.
88 to 12 for Dire.
Into split Earth. Boat is coming to save the day, but it's not going to be enough as Techies blows up the Jakir. Looks like it's going to be a trade, a 1-for-1 of sorts. He does get another mine down, though. No one on the run. There's more mines to follow, but you can see the pinging being very frantic from Fly the Moon. They know that they're trying to lead them into a trap, but it's a 2-for-1 either way for VP's favor. And the ice block, or the ice shards blocking in Iceberg. That's a lot of ice, that's for sure. And he's dead. So 3-for-1.
They would love to get this mid tower. I think that's the goal for VP. I don't know if you get a cheeky kill here.
Yeah, to get the bounty and set up the stun. General's super dead.
Nice kill. Gives them a way of running into high ground with into mines.
Oh, the X torrent.
Might be it.
But here comes Techies. There's a little bit of residual damage. It's not enough, and in fact might cost him his life. With the nice ice shards from Resolution, at least keep him at bay. Potentially keep his teammates alive, but it is a sacrifice.
X mark. Oh, he didn't X. He could have X-dialed CW there, I think. Maybe he lost vision. Oh, they get a bigger kill.
No one will be a
This is a big one.
Boat comes in, and down goes your goat. Literal goat.
And they're preparing for later. It's not that long of a cooldown. It might seem like a huge waste, but it's 60 seconds. He's already halfway to having it again. And like you said, the Batrider blink coming up in 2 minutes, or less, probably 1 minute, might be what they want to try to make this mid play. To get that tower.
He's gonna get X'd in the enemy jungle, trying to de-ward as much as he can, and he is mega dead. And they will still de-ward everything. Like VP still want to fight. Solo has put himself in a precarious spot, but looks like this is going to be a full team fight. No one completely destroyed as this fight just begins, and there's a lasso now into Resolution. All he has is ice shards. That is a 3-for-1 if you count the Techie's death, which started it all. So yeah. Fly the Moon would be very happy with that exchange.
Oh, is there going to be an X mark here? Yes, there is.
Solo. We're seeing the diffusal blade being used to full effect. So that's a 1-for-4, and likely the tier 1 tower as well. Good way for Resolution to farm as well. And Punka doesn't really need help in the farm department, as X marks will be completely nullified by the snowball, but at the same time Rezo is in enemy territory and looks to be very dead indeed. And that finishes the Necro 3 for Iceberg, in fact. They're going to smoke up immediately, looking for another high value kill. All they see is an Enchantress right now, but they do ping, and they have a ward showing no one, and it's very glorious cosmetics. Link into lasso, and another death for no one, who has died 5. He actually does have 7 kills, surprisingly, but he is 7 and 5.
Oh, they're just falling apart. They're just finding extra kills.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still here, but that's going to be an easy cleanup for Fly the Moon. They still have this tier 1 tower.
Which is
TP
tied with his
looks like we might have a fight. Iceberg casts his ult. There's the Techies coming in as well. But he's completely surrounded. The buyback onto the Batrider, though, and Kunkka is still living through all this. That buff is crazy good. No one, nice job using during the X marks torrent combo, but he's still taking the brunt of the damage here, Cinder. And that looks to be his 6th death, as Rezo looks to be next. And they just don't have much answer here for Fly the Moon's heroes. And there's the lasso, so the buyback will be worth it.
The PL, but that's all you have. Like, he's gonna be an absolute monster if Flash dies, and there will be a farmed Batrider and a farmed Kunkka on the enemy side to catch you all the time. When you're going around farming the map, I think it's extremely difficult as Lashrak in this game to not die while pushing waves. Any good smoke with X or lasso just kills you.
Oh boy.
Oh, they scanned them. They scanned them at Roche. This is real bad.
The desperate attempt, a good attempt I would say, but the jump in by the Batrider onto Weaver. Ice Path just connects into the torrent, and he's dead immediately. Here comes the boat, and VP have lost 3. I mean, that's a really risky play, but we say this all the time. If you're behind, take some risks. And if they had gotten it, would have been amazing, but it was a disaster.
They got a mid tier 1. No one didn't join the fight. He pushed the wave instead. Out of it.
Riding grid get caught off. General, he does see him.
Oh
And
no.
there's the telekinesis to cancel the TP, so they're not going to get the Roche and 3 kills, they're going to get a 4th in Lesh. Just a disastrous game for VP.
All you're hoping for now is some massive fight from Techies. No one's gonna die bot again. Yuling himself is just gonna get ice pathed out of that.
And resigned to his death at this point. There are quite a few mines here in the mid lane, and by that I just mean 2. Not that many. And V-Tune will try to go for the tier 3. The buyback onto the no one is here now. And they're gonna try to fight. The boat coming in does connect on no one. This will be a dieback. A nice jump in from Zyak. As Kunkka looks like he's going to fall. It'll be a trade for techies. Well, and the buyback, I suppose. But at this stage, I feel like VP, if they can get away with just that, then they'll take it. But Resolution be in some trouble here. Ball was there, but looks like he'll live. V-Tune still has the Aegis, of course.
Like, Heart, Hood, Manta, 3.3k health.
Yeah,
If anything does it, it's these mines, but they're just gonna... Is there a sign there?
No. I'm not sure where the
There's
sign
no sign.
is, but it's been on cooldown for a long time. Still has 70 seconds left.
Okay.
Telekinesis into the ice path. This could be the death of Techies. Torrent to follow. Really good layering from Flight of Moon. As they're just going to dive the tower. The buyback onto the Techies now. The boat coming in will connect onto the Enchantress. The solo spills. That's another death, or another buyback for him now. Torrent Storm. There we go. Doing decent work at creating some space. Resolution getting extremely low, but then there's a lasso, and this time it's on Weaver. You didn't even get to see the Mjolnir active at all. The static shards, and this should be GG, as Flight of Moon is just doing whatever the hell they want in the base of VP. Buyback, so Resolution just got that buyback, did not have it initially. Torrent onto 2 heroes. And that is a dieback now on Enchantress as the GGs come out. VP completely crushed in game 2 as Flight of Moon will knock him out.
Yep.